Look at this big black box, courtesy of Jason. Jason, one of the longest time best supporters of this channel, who I am so grateful for. It's here. Last day of the month in July. So I'm not exactly sure when you're going to see this video, but this is unboxed on July 30th. So we can, I mean, not the last day, but I mean, you know, there's no mail on Sunday. It's Saturday. So it got here on the last possible day of the month. So we're going to get into survival box for July 2022, and we're going to see what they have. Oh, it's heavy, by the way. I should have. It's really heavy. So we're going to see what goodness they have brought to us. If I remember, the first box we looked at last month, which I think might have been, I don't know if it was a welcome box or it was the standard. I can't remember, but it was, but hopefully we'll see some good stuff in here. Grab the necessary to conquer the unknown is what that whole thing says. So, oh wow, there's a lot of, what the hell is, card is stuck to this thing that's up here. What is this? Conflagration emergency supplies. Okay, so this card is taped inside there, and then this is, oh, this is a whole different thing. Okay, because he gets like their knife of the month too, I think. That's what, yeah, so this is separate. I'm gonna remove this. All right, I gotta undo all this, and then we'll take a look. All right, everything's out. Now in this box, we've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. Now, 5 kind of overall items. There's more than 5 things on this desk. Now I guess conflagration, nuclear weapons, or weapons that produce mass destruction in a shorter time and have a long-lasting radius. Thank you for defining nuclear weapons for us in the most benign fluff definition possible. So I guess this is, so is this supposed to be, so this is supposed to be a nuclear response. I don't know why they've got, I get it, there's some fire stuff, but then they're talking about nuclear weapons? And none of this is really okay, whatever. Whatevs. I had a great day at the pool with the boys. I am not going to let this bother me. Okay. So, no values attached to anything here. So we're just going to go with it. Now, I am also going to say that and this is me just being nitpicky and bitchy. So what is your theme? Is your theme conflagration? So big fiery stuff, but then we have nuclear weapons and mass, and so is your theme there's some fire stuff, but then you've got food and water? Like, so what is your theme? What are you doing? I don't know. I mean, I'd almost rather they're just like, hey, we threw this shit in a box for you and we hope you like it, than trying to, like, the theme, like, here's a theme, but it's not all really the theme, but here you go. Here's, I don't know. All right, I'm done. So, we're going to start with Ready Wise. There's a Ready Wise food. Not my favorite food. And you guys, most of you, if you've been with the channel for a while, you know how I feel about getting, like, one random package of food. If you're going to give me, like, a whole meal kit, that's one thing. If you're just going to give me a package of food, it's like, what is this, a sampler? Like, what are you doing? Like, okay, great. So for this month's box, I have one piece of food. I'm like, okay, chicken flavored noodle soup. It's not even chicken noodle soup. It is chicken flavored noodle soup. Noodles and hearty vegetables in a delicious chicken flavored broth. I like Ready Hour as opposed to Ready Wise. There's some other ones I like too. 4 servings per container, 160 calories per serving. It contains wheat. It is vegetarian. Okay, great. Now, what's cool is this kit this month also does contain some water, though. So that's cool. So that's like a whole thing. But how does this fit the conflagration emergency supplies? I don't know. I guess you always need food in an emergency. Whatever. Goes here. By the way, we also have these 2 stickers for the box. They're cool stickers. Okay. Next, so in your conflagration, rock climbing rope high strength. Okay. It's abrasion resistance. It's like fire engine red, but it's also got like a Christmassy red and green theme, whatever. So outdoor safety climbing rope. Could you use this to escape a burning building? Maybe, that's it. This is what we call a kern mantle rope. I know I've talked about this before. This is a true, genuine climbing rope. It's usually a kern mantle rope. What is kern mantle rope? Kern is this outside shell, like it, and then mantle is the inner core of it. Just like a 550 cord is a kern mantle rope. It's a specific type of, it's an actual category of rope, and it is a stronger kind of rope than just say like a braided woven hemp rope or something like that, or even a braided nylon. A kern mantle rope is a very strong rope. Now, one of the things that I have learned in actual training about any kind of rope, but especially a kern mantle rope, when you're climbing and you're using it to support weight, its weight supporting capability is instantly cut when you start wrapping it around things. Now, I don't remember off the top of my head the specifics of how much, but I do remember hearing something somewhere between, when you loop this rope over something, you lose 1/4 to 1/2 of its weight holding capacity. But still, this is 10 meters, or no, 10 millimeter rope, and I guess 10 meters of 10 millimeter rope. Durable maximum breaking strength test, 24 newtons. So that means they actually, give it a pull. It doesn't say what it will actually suspend, but let's face it, this I'm not going to complain about, because in a lot of situations, having a good solid rope, 550 cord is one thing, okay? But this is an actual climbing rope, so I'm not going to, this is a good thing to have. I remember the days of going to REI and just seeing all the different ropes and like saying, okay, I need a good, 50 feet of climbing rope, and picking it out among all of them, and they cut it, and so this is cool. This is good to have. I like it. Not sure why it's in the Conflagration supplies, but there you go. Next, oh, look at this. This is a genuine, actual fire emergency supply, a fire blanket. Cool story. In the little air-droppable, mobile little green boxes that we used to have Ford deployed, that we had, it was like full of radios, and it could hook up to a radar display if we wanted, and it had what we called a safety board. The fire blanket was one of the things that had to be on there, along with some other stuff. This is literally a fire resistant. You can use this to smother if somebody's on fire. You wrap this on them, it could help put it out. This is a fiberglass blanket. It actually is probably could be a little heat resistant too. You wrap it around yourself and like run through a hot area or something like that. But yeah, like in the movies when you see somebody, is this one already burnt? What is that? The fuck is that? The fuck is that? I don't know. But like you see somebody like hitting a fire, like with a blanket, try to put it out. That's what this is for. This is for smothering a fire. So this is actually an excellent emergency tool to have. So this guy actually fits the theme. In emergencies, it is good. It is not adequate size for adult clothing fires. Okay. It is in fact the smallest size they make. So next, a fire escape mask. I'm going to open this up. Now, I've actually seen things like this. I'm not going to open this up, because once you open this up, you mess with it. You have a limited time on this filter to use. Like it has a lifespan. After 9/11, I saw a lot of things like this being sold to a lot of people. But what this basically is it's almost like a Scott pack, like almost like what firefighters would use. It protects you. It's not going to protect you against chemical warfare. It's not going to protect you against biological stuff like that. But it's going to filter out smoke and airborne particles in a fire kind of situation. It's going to give you a face shield. It's going to give you some heat protection. And I think these are probably, this orange shit right here, these are probably like gloves to allow you to escape a fiery situation. The one time you need it is the one time you're glad you have it. Now the question is, where do you keep this if you only have one, to make sure that it is somewhere you can get at when, if and when, God forbid, you need it? Do you keep it in, is it going to be in a pack? Is it going to be in a car? You can keep it somewhere in the house, at work? That's the question. It needs to be accessible, because if it's not, what the fuck is the point? But this could be, so most people that die in fires, by the way, this is an actual statistic, the fire does not kill them. They suffocate. They die from smoke inhalation. They die from being poisoned, breathing in the poisonous shit that's given off by things burning. And then their body burns after they're dead because they can't escape. This could 100% save your life in a fire. Again, thinking of the theme of this box, this could absolutely save your life. And it says on the card here, 60 minutes of safe breathing, which should be enough to get you out, assuming you're not trapped in the middle of an actual giant conflagration. Like, the building is not raining debris around you. This should be enough to get you out. So this is actually a very good item. Once again, assuming availability and stuff like that. But cool. Actually cool. Next, and this is kind of the final item on the card, we've got emergency drinking water. 5-year shelf life. Let's see. What does this have? 4.225 fluid ounces. I was about to say, how the hell did they come up with that? But it's 125 milliliters. I still don't know how they came up with that amount. I don't know. Now this says on the card here, one case includes 100 bags. So you have 5. So they got a case and they split it up into 5 pouches each, I guess, and put it in boxes. But drinking water, especially in a fire situation, very hot, you're gonna get dehydrated. This is awesome. And drinking water in any survival situation. Like I always say, so many of these boxes, they give us food. They give us this dehydrated food. They give us all sorts of stuff. Not a lot of them think to give us water, and anybody that's into survival knows your body can survive a lot longer without food than it can without water. You die of dehydration a lot sooner than you die of malnourishment. So this is cool. And then if you were so inclined, you could use some of these to make your chicken flavored noodle soup if you wanted. Now, the durability of these being in these pouches, you got to be careful, obviously, because, a poke, a tight squeeze could pop it, and then who knows what might get ruined, if you have stuff that can't be soaking wet. But, however, that's your problem. You figure that out. They gave you the water. You got to take care of it and stuff like that. But that's, I've never drank one of these from a pouch. I don't know how that goes. There you go. Now, there's some other stuff in the box. There is this. I don't know what this super secret squirrel pouch is. So let's take a look at it. So this is the Survival Club member, which I'm assuming he joined because I remember the last box had this super Survival Club member card. I swear to God, he already got this, right? Like, he already got the membership thing. We already got... Well, haha, Jason, now there's one for me. But he already got this clip. How to survive hunger. So this is the knowledge. Or I don't know what the last thing was. Follow this tip. Focus on flora first. Insects is food. Okay. So this is your survival knowledge card, huh? No, but I know that he already got this and this in the last box. So, okay. All right, that's what that was. Cool. Now, we're going to move on to his knife of the month. I was not impressed with last month's knife of the month, and I don't think anybody else was either, because I think we know it was Damascus in that it was pattern welded steel, but I don't think it was the highest quality. And this is handmade Damascus Curva folding knife. Okay, great. Is Damascus Curva folding knife good for a pocket knife? Yes. I think the burlap bag is great to save for different applications. Let me smell it. Sheath smells very nice. Good leathery smell. Ugh, this is going to be saturated in all sorts of oils, isn't it? Ugh, it's just sticky. Oh, it's slimy. It's slimy and sticky and gross. But we know that they did that because of the high potential for the high carbon steel in the Damascus to rust in transit. That liner lock felt so cheap when it opened. Honestly, there's no other word for it. Weak and springy and cheap. Like, I almost want to take some alcohol or acetone and rub this thing down. But let's see. So it looks like it has... Sorry, there's weird stuff there. I don't know if this is wood or plastic or what, or stone or bone, or because they don't tell you anything. This looks like, yes, it is two dissimilar steels, very cheaply done. Very cheaply done. You can actually see different pattern in the spine there, you know, so, like you can see it all the way around. So once again, I do believe that this is actually pattern welded steel, what we call Damascus steel. You can see all the different layers going through there. However, I also believe that this is from, you know, made somewhere like Pakistan, some kind of just, you know, mass-produced place like that. There's up and down blade play. Oh, no side to side, strangely enough. I mean, there is some nice file work done, nice finish on it and everything. It looks nice, you know, here till you get to the bolsters, and there. It has the look. I mean, if you don't know any better, you could look at it and be like, oh, nice Damascus knife. If you have even the slightest knowledge, you look at it and you're like, what cheap factory out in the East did that come from? It's just entirely, like, the liner lock has entirely too much give. It comes off center. These thumb studs are an utter war crime. They're like not even slightly uneven even. You look at where they're on. It's... Ugh. Alright, Jason, seriously, man. Keep going with the box for a little bit. Stop paying for this knife of the month thing. Or maybe just give them one more chance. You know, we do the 3 strikes rule. But these last 2 have been just terrible. Just terrible. They're taking you for a ride, man. I mean, can you see? I don't know if you can see the actual movement of the blade up and down like that. And it's really not that comfortable. For my hands anyway, this little part there towards the pommel is actually digging into my pinky. Now, with smaller hands, maybe it's not an option. Maybe it's not a problem, but this is just, ugh. This is like flea market quality. Terrible. Terrible. Especially when we look at like Barrel and Blades knife of the month that we just got. We look at the Onyx knife that we just got. And then I don't even know how much they're charging for this thing. So, but it's too much, whatever it is. So there we go. There's survival box for July and the knife of the month. As a theme, I think it's kind of all over the place. I understand it, but they're reaching in some places. As a box itself, I'm still not sold on this survival box thing, but it's not. It also at the same time, some of the items, they're good quality items. I'm not feeling it all the way, but I'm not also willing to say it's just like, you know, a box abortion yet. I'm not. But let's give it another month and see what happens. I don't know. What are your thoughts, guys? What do you think? What would you tell Jason about it? Because I mean, like the rope feels like a good quality rope. Like this is, it is. This mask, these things, like I said, can utterly save your lives. This fire blanket, I have seen identical things, you know, in the military used on safety boards. And you know, it's cool to give you the drinking water. This, I'm like, wasted item. Could have put something much better in. We're not even going to talk about their knife of the month because this is separate. This is a separate, like an add-on from the actual box. Okay, so that's like different. But so yeah, let me hear your thoughts, guys. Tell me what you think. Very curious. And you know, thanks again to Jason, who's just awesome beyond words. What a great dude. I'd love to hang out with you one day, Jason. Just knock back some beers or something, or drink of your choice, and just chat. So anyway. Thank you, Jason. Thanks, guys, all of you out there for watching. Can't wait to hear your feedback and thoughts on this. And remember that you guys are all absolutely awesome. And I appreciate every single one of you. And I'll be back again real soon.